Welcome back to another week of vlogs, my friends. I hope you're enjoying them. You guys, I love the questions coming in. So many good comments. Getting a lot of questions about my process and what I do to plan for these trades. So let me walk you through a little bit. This is Sunday right now. Went to church, hung out with some family, enjoyed my day of rest. It's a great day for me to recharge. It's really important. Futures are open. Let's look at these charts real quick, and I want to walk you through what I'm looking at for this coming week. Things can always change. You got to be flexible, but we can at least plan out our levels, right? We can be prepared if we go up, if we go up or down, stay the same. We have a game plan of where we're going to be at, right? Because I don't know where we're going to open tomorrow, but let's look at these futures and get an idea of where the strength's coming in and some key areas that we need to pay attention to. So here is the SPX 500, and what I'm noticing here on an hourly chart, okay? I'm noticing some strong moves and then a lot of selling starting to come in. Okay, so we're getting bounces with a lot of selling straight back down to where the bounces were. That's starting to tell me there's some weakness coming in, right? The bulls, when you push this high, you should be getting you should have bulls sitting right here to push this thing higher. Same thing, when you push this nice bounce back up like Friday, you should have bulls sitting right here ready to buy this thing up and go higher. The bears took over and kept pushing it through. So at this point, it looks as though we're going to come down to this key level. This key level is 40.80. About 408, give or take on SPY. So this is going to be a really key level. I'm going to draw a little box here. This is where I expect the bulls to bounce, to come in and buy this thing up. If they don't come in there, we could always be bought up higher. Maybe off of 4,000 is another strong level. But this is going to start to point to signs of weakness, okay? So we have had some trapping wicks come in through here on a weekly chart. You can see how we broke through this big time resistance, and then we pulled back. We didn't close up above it. That's a strong sign. We go to the NDQs, same story. We had this strong resistance. We broke up above it, pulled right back. Whenever you break a key resistance or key support, key level, you need to close above it to show signs of strength. Now, does that mean that this is weak? No, it doesn't mean that it's like, no, because of that, we're going lower. No, but it does give me a little bit of insight into what levels I need to pay attention to again, right? And read some sentiment off of that. But this is where I'm kind of from. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 bull weeks in a row on Qs, really, the NASDAQ. I'm expecting a pullback. I do expect some weakness to come in. I expect some weakness to come back through here. Push it back down into some of these EMAs and into this strong support. Same thing for the S&P, right? We've got quite a few bull weeks in a row pulling up into here. I expect it to retest into these EMAs. So about that 4,000 mark. Remember, that's about the bottom of that box that we drew earlier. So somewhere into here is where I expect this coming week to go. We do have a lot of support in the way, but this is just such a good trapping candle. Is it possible that we don't get any buyers coming in here and we keep sinking? Totally possible. The stage is set with that trap. Now the real question is, how low do we open? If the bulls can hold this for tonight and tomorrow morning and we actually open somewhere about where we're at now, then that is strong to me. Bulls are still here, and I still expect us to pull back. But we should find some buyers anywhere in this area. And that's what I'm going to be looking to do. If we kind of open strong up into here, I'm going to look for some buying, buy some calls, and hedge these puts that I'm in. Remember, we bought these puts right into here. They've been losing for a couple weeks now. We have absolute zeros on them. So the most I can lose is whatever I paid for it. I'm okay with that. I'm going to wait for a pullback. Now, if this ends up getting bought up pretty strong, I'll be selling some puts against those long puts. And I'm going to be buying calls because my next key level is up here, around 430 on SPY. So 432 here on the SPX 500. This range up here is where I feel like we're going to come to. And then the next thing is, what do we do in that area? Do we break out above it and trap again? Do we break out and close? Do we just tweezer it and kind of come down? What do we do in this area is going to be a really key spot. To me, this is a bigger level than this level is down here. So it does make sense that we work our way up that high, that we could pull back some more and then bounce. So I am prepared for that scenario. I have a game plan for that scenario. There's also a scenario as well where we could fail a bounce here and start going down. So I'm prepared for that as well. right? I'm already in puts. I will most likely, again, depending on where we open, I will most likely be buying some calls down into here just to hedge things and to make money on the way up, because this is a big move. This area is a massive place for me to be able to make some serious money. I mean, we're talking, what, 7-8% move? I mean, with options, that's massive, massive, massive return. So I will be prepared for that. The nice thing is that if I do buy calls and it fails, I can exit those calls for a very tiny loss, 0.3 Rs. And now I'm in puts that are going to be making a lot of money. If we continue to go straight up, which is option number 3, we're going to be very extended. Yes, it's strong. I will be making money to the upside. I'll probably be buying some short-term calls, day trading it up bullish, and playing it into this realm because that's where we're going. Okay, I'm going to load the boat at puts. I'm going to load the boat at puts up here no matter what. But if we go straight there on all bull candles in a row, yes, I am buying a ton of puts because I feel like that's going to be trapping. The higher we go, the bigger the drop we're going to have. So where will we open is going to determine what my game plan is, but that's my 3 scenarios. I don't need to predict what's going to happen. I just need to be prepared for whatever scenario comes. If we just start rampaging Monday, Tuesday, and I know what I'm going to do. Look for some day trades, try to make some money that way. If we hang out sideways, I'm going to expect a pullback based on Friday's weakness. There's been a lot of weakness coming into the market, especially Friday. So I'm expecting a pullback as the most obvious scenario. Buy some calls and see if we can't ride this thing up. If we gap down big, which is possible, I'm going to hold off on the calls and I'm going to make it break like a 30-minute trend on a 30-minute time frame, right? Give me some sign of strength that this is holding and I'll buy some calls. Again, I can lose small on those calls. I don't care. I'm already in puts, and I bought those puts basically in this area. So that's about where I got in for a good chunk of those puts. I did buy some earlier, but the majority of mine have been up into this range. So now we sit back and we wait and see what happens. I will be doing some credit spreads depending on how, again, where we open. So if we open up somewhat strong, but I see some more pullbacks coming, I'm going to sell some bear call spreads using this strong level. Use the key levels to your benefit. And I know that this is a key level. That's where I want to sell it. Sell it a couple weeks out. I should be able to get paid the amount that I want. And by the time it pulls back into there, I mean, cash out. That's going to be my money. And then again, look for some reversals. I'll be selling some bull put spreads, my next key level, down into this range. Sell some bull put spreads down into there. If I'm wrong, I can hedge it with puts. Just like if I'm wrong here and it starts to bounce, I can hedge it with calls. Have a hedge plan, have a game plan, but I'm gonna start bracketing this thing and start making some money because I need to get ahead on my bills, not behind. Last week was a good week, closed out strong on Friday, but it's time to really get ahead. And now that these markets are trying to move a little bit, I'm starting to become in sync with them a little bit more. I'm in the flow of the markets. I should be, based on my trading for the past few days. I feel like for the first few weeks I haven't been of this year. I expected them to do something else and they really didn't. And then I just allowed my beliefs to overtake what the charts were actually telling me. So I had to kind of readjust over the past few weeks. Money's flowing back in. I want to take advantage of these markets and it all depends on where we open. So that's what I do on Sundays. I sit back, I get an idea of what kind of strength is coming in. We look here. Again, we gapped down, we kind of filled the gap. We broke down, just barely trapped the bears and it actually came in strong with some volume. So it could open up in this range, which would open the door for strength, pullback, and a bounce. That's what I'm looking for. So this price action over here is pretty weak. And I feel like we're going to be heading a little bit lower, but that doesn't mean we're not going to be getting bought up in this square. Okay. So there's your Sunday wrap up. I will see you all bright and early tomorrow for the morning routine, pre-market analysis, see where we actually open, walk you through the trades that I take. And excited for this week, excited to take you along with me. Thanks for hanging out. I've absolutely loved hanging out with you all. Getting to know you a little bit more in the comments. Your questions have been awesome. Hope this helps you in some way, some form of how I make my money, how I plan my trades. And again, you don't have to predict what's going to happen. Just have a game plan for every scenario and then just, okay, scenario A, I know my game plan. Scenario C, okay, I'm going to do this game plan. You're always with the markets. You're not reacting late, right? I'm always ahead. I already knew what I'm going to do. If this thing goes rampaging bullish, I already know what I'm going to do. If we go falling down, I already know what I'm going to do, right? I have that game plan, so I'm not caught off guard and I'm not missing opportunities. I am ready to pull the trigger on some calls if we get there and the situation is right, instead of having it come down and then bounce all the way up to here before you realize, oh, I should have bought calls, and now you're buying calls up there when it's way too late, right? So be prepared, plan ahead. It doesn't need to take 25 hours of your day, but just this quick little session here, hopefully it gave you a little bit of insight, and I will see you bright and early tomorrow. Bye, guys. Welcome back to another vlog. Joining me here in foggy morning Utah. Oh my gosh, I can't hardly see anything. Hopefully this is even showing up on the camera. I wanted to answer a few questions real quick. I'm getting a lot of questions about my morning routine. My friends, you could do whatever you want in your morning routine. Whatever it is, it needs to make sure it gets your brain alert and aware and awake. And you need to be getting yourself into a state where you're trading in your peak trading mentality is what I call it. A lot of people call it different things, but basically it's a state where you are accepting the loss and you are okay with every outcome. You're prepared for every outcome. Emotions play such a huge role in trading. They will put goggles over your eyes. They'll make you see only what you want to see. And my job is to make sure that I'm walking into trading every single day with a neutral mindset, with a clear head. And I have a bias on what I think we're gonna do, but I'm trading the charts, right? So one thing I found is a good start for me is to do this water therapy, cold and hot. It's a solid way to start. So you could do this just with a shower. You could just take a really cold shower, kind of alternate back and forth. Whatever it is to get you first off your mind sharp, blood flowing, yourself awake, you could work out, right? There's a lot of different things you have to do. It's not so much about what you do that makes you successful, but it is about getting yourself into that state of mind that's going to make you successful into the markets. So with that being said, it's time to jump out. Let's go do some scripture study, do some gratitude journaling, and get myself grateful for this day. And again, into the mindset that today doesn't matter, right? In trading, today's a good day or bad day. If it's a good day, it's not going to make me rich. If it's a bad day, it's not going to make me poor. I just need to trade the charts, do my best, take my setups, put the risk on to see if I'm right or wrong. And the markets are either going to tell me I'm right, the market's going to tell me I'm wrong. My job is then to lose small, or if I'm right, to win big, right? That's the only job I have as a trader. I hope that's coming through. I say it all the time, but it's that important. So let's go have a good week. Let's get started. I cannot wait. I'm excited. The markets are gapping down, following one of our plans like we made last night. And let's go execute that plan now and see if we can't bring in some money and continue living this awesome life. See you guys in a second. Hey, quick update on these trades for today. We got in up here, right off of this nice bounce right at market open. This is on a 5-minute chart. And then pulled down, took some profits here, bounced up, got back into some more puts, and then rolled on down all the way down into here is where we got out of those for a really nice win. A couple R's to start the day off. That's been really nice. So then we're like, let's double down. So bounced up, we got into some puts here, and it's just been messing with us for about an hour or two. We did buy some calls, made some money on these calls, not a whole lot. Started to pull back down, and then on this bounce back up, I grabbed a few more puts. So if we decide to start rampaging back bullish, which at this point, who knows which way we're going to go, then it's going to be a small winning day, unfortunately. It'll still be a green day, but not amazing. Just had such a strong push into here. Luckily, it was a trap. I did kind of play this with, I forgot about this. I did buy some 409 strike calls puts that expired today. I didn't go very heavy. It was like 0.3 Rs, very small size. Got out of those guys down into here. That helped a little, but it's just been a whole lot of small wins, small losses, and it's going to be a decent loss if this thing doesn't start to roll down, but we're starting to get there. So that's the quick little update on our trades today. I'll take some more profits down here around 408.50, and ideally I think 407 is where we're going to get to. So that's where I want to hold for. It all depends on price action, and it all depends on how long it takes, because with these options, time is not on my side. So again, day trading these puts that expire today, we'll see. If we can get back down into here and I take some profits, it'll be a guaranteed hour-and-a-half day no matter what. And then it's just how much more can we make from there. So that's the key level. If not, and we decide to just rampage out of here, then it'll be a small green day. So that's the update on our trades. I'll keep in the loop on what we do, but just wanted to kind of step and let you know how we played this. It was our plan to get in here at a retest on this guy. So we started legging in those puts. Really nice winner. I'm going to do my best not to give up that win for the day, but price action has been very weird today. There's no doubt about it. So again, it still feels bearish to me. I love this trap. No buyers came in here where they should have. And then we pushed back up into here. A lot of upper wicks where those buyers should have been. Support, now resistance. It's looking like we want to go lower, but you never know. So again, I'll let you know how the day plays out. Either going to be a small winning day or a massive winning day. Either way, we're green, and that's good enough for me on a Monday. I'll let you guys know. Welcome back. Give you a quick rundown of the trades we've taken so far this week. All right, so I'll go with the bigger picture here first. What a crazy ranging week this was. When we pulled back down into here, I wanted it lower, and I still think we can get lower, by the way. I wanted this thing lower, and then when it came down, it bounced really hard that first Monday. The second day when we came down before Powell spoke, we went ahead and bought some calls. Those calls rampaged. We took some profits, kind of got back into them later on when we thought it would pull back some. It didn't really. Finally pulled back again. On this down day, I sold a bull put spread down here at $400. So I win on this trade as long as it stays above 400 bucks. Okay. Today, we had a really nice gap up. I was able to exit out of that spread. I also exited out of those swing trade calls for a small win as well, because I figured if we couldn't gap up above yesterday's high, we gapped up right to it. We're probably going to continue to chop some more. I don't need to be in those calls for theta. I'll wait for it to start to break higher, because really, based off of how strong that candle was, we should be cranking. And we still can, but it hasn't been that strong. So let me walk you through a couple of the day trades that I took yesterday. Finally kind of getting into some winnings. Again, one on some credit spreads. That was nice. One on a couple day trades. Let's walk you through those day trades. So I tried to go long up here because this was a great trap through there. I ended up getting trailed out of that for a small loss. I bought some puts. Those puts made me some money. I got out of those. Should have held those longer, but got out of those. When it came down, 411 was my spot pre-market. I was like, 411 is such an awesome support. This is what I want to do. So when it came down into here, I looked for my reversal, and it was actually on a 3-minute, and it was an inverse head and shoulder, right? So as soon as we started to do this, we retested. I bought calls. You can see my entry. We chopped around, went up. I took my profits, came back down and popped. I got the heck out. So that was my final target on this thing. Literally like to the penny. Got out of my calls. And then I thought, if I'm getting out of my calls, it's probably because I think we're about to roll down. So I was like, let's buy some puts. Not a whole lot, but some puts. So right here were the puts that we bought. It's basically the same place that we were getting out on. So bought some puts. It came down, bounced back up, and then crashed down. We got out right there for a profit. It was a really nice winning day. So those 2 day trades were awesome, nice wins. Got us up for the week, and then sold that bull put spread. Big gap up today, got out of that. And then today we had a nice little pop. Again, I was waiting to see if we would open up above that orange line, which is the high of yesterday. We did not. Then we ensued to just fall off really, really, really hard. So once these bear candles came in, let me show you what this looked like when I got in. All right. So once all these bear candles came in nice and strong, we closed below some key levels pre-market, telling me we're probably going lower. So I went ahead and set up this trade on a retest, stop up above that, pulled back up, we got filled, it went a lot higher. I actually bought some more puts right here. I think it was about right there. I was like, that's because my risk is tight. I can do it with some smaller size, and just makes sense. This is a really bearish sentiment. So it pulled straight down. I took profits right here off of this 200 because that was the bouncing spot, this red line before. So these puts, I got out of about half of them right there. And then we just continue to wait and wait and wait. and wait. I didn't get back into any other puts. And then finally, boom, we got out, took our profits. A little over 2 hours. I got out down here on those puts. So another nice winning day trade. I am going to go chill and watch some golf, keep my eyes on the markets, and just keep planning for next trades, right? It doesn't matter if you win or you lose. What matters is, when you lose, do you lose small? And when you win, do you win big? That's all that matters, my friends. That's all that I can control. I can control how long I hold this trade. I can control my risk in how long I'm going to hold it if it's not working, right? That's all you've got to do. Stop trying to control the market. Stop trying to win and stop trying to avoid losing. Just lose like a winner and win like a winner. That's all you have to do. Let's go watch some golf. That's my idea of a good day. All right. It's what, 9 a.m.? I'm done trading for the day. Hit targets, hit profits. But I'm keeping an eye on this market here as I watch some golf. So that's the way I like to do it. Man, it still just blows my mind that I can click a button and make $4,000 overnight. And I used to spend weeks of my life to make that money. And now I press a button and it gives me the freedom to do whatever the heck I want to do. Just, I get to choose what makes me happy and choose my passion, how I want to live my life, how I want to wake up, when I want to do things, what I want to do. It's freedom. And that's what trading gives you. And people think, like, they hear this right now, like, oh, you just made $4,000 in a day and life is so easy. It's like, no, it's not easy. It's not easy at all, my friends, but it is so doable. You just have to think different from everyone else. Everyone else is trying to make money. I am simply trying to find the best setups, the highest probabilities, being patient and waiting and executing when that comes, and then accepting the outcome. That's a big difference. I'm not out there trying to make money. I'm out there trying to put on the best trade that I can put on, right? That's the biggest difference. And it's crazy to me how years ago, not very long, I was driving a truck, wishing that I was watching. For me, I love golf. I wish I was at home watching golf, wishing I was able to go golfing, wish I was able to just be with family instead of just being gone all the time working for $1,000 a week, right? I spent my entire life trying to make $1,000 a week. And I know there's so many of you out there that relate, that have this dream and passion of like, I just want to trade so bad. That's why I'm doing this. That's why real life trading is here. Friends, come join us. Come trade with us. Come watch my screen as I trade. Come watch Jeremy's screen and Dan's screen and all these other great traders. There's so many out there. I can't even name them all. So many great leaders in this community that will show you how to do this for a living, show you how to make extra money if this is what you want. Come join us. Come trade with us. It's going to be a long battle. It always is. The past 2 weeks have been like pulling my hair out just to break even, right? But you're patient. You lose small when the times are hard, and you take advantage of the times when the markets give you movement and give you a chance to be synced up with them. When you're synced up with these markets and you know what's about to happen, man, money just piles in, and then you do your best to try to give back as little as possible when you're not so synced up, which has kind of been my January. My friends, message me, email me. I'm happy to show you how to do this. That's what real life trading is here for. We want to teach you how to do this because I want every one of you to be able to do what I'm doing right now, which is simply picture right now, what would be the one thing that you wish you could do that make you the happiest person in the world? What right now, if you think of like, man, what just brings me so much joy? I wish I could be doing this right now. It's like, that's the life I want to give you, where you have the choice to do whatever the heck you want because you're no longer spending your life trying to chase money. That's the whole mission of real life trading, enrich lives. That's why I'm doing this. I'm just trying to pour as much value as I can into you all. I'm spending a lot of my time because, again, my passion is to help you because I was that person sitting there wishing I could have that life. And now I have it. And it wasn't easy. It was years and years of losing everything to give me what I have now. But it taught me one thing. It taught me to stop being scared to lose, to stop trading scared. Accept every outcome. Be okay with it. Don't trade scared. Trade confident. When you are no longer scared of a specific outcome, there's nothing to worry about. If losing doesn't make you scared anymore, what's there to be brave of? What's there to be emotionally control of? There's no emotions in there. You're okay with losing, right? I want to show you how to do that. Please email me, Tony@reallifetrading.com. Message me here on YouTube. Reach out to Real Life Trading. Let's show you how to do this. Let's get you on your journey so that you can enjoy the life that you're meant to have. And that's not just saying some garbage little cliche cool thing. No, it's real. I'm a product of it. I started out wanting that life, joined RLT, worked my way through it. It was extremely hard. And my mission now is to help you have it way easier than I did. I don't want you to blow up a ton of trading accounts. You don't have to do that, by the way. You can learn those lessons without doing that. I didn't have that. I had to learn that lesson, but because I went through it, I can help you have a better journey than I did. And that's the mission. That's the path. That's the goal here at Real Life Trading. Let's change your life. It's time that you stop serving money and that money starts serving you. Enjoy it. Spend your time doing whatever the heck you want to do. And right now for me, sounds lame to a lot of you, it's sitting at home in the morning on a Thursday, doing nothing and just watching the markets and sitting back and watching golf. Do the things that most people won't do and you'll have the life that most people won't have. So I love you guys. Come get it, come join RLT, and come start living the life that you want to live. See ya.